it, skulking skulker!
Rough customers about.
Hit the broadside of a freighter. I'm the one you need to worry about. Time now? Because yes, it is.
Back in business.
Error.
Greetings. This unit is unable to fulfill its programming. Are you able to assist this unit in its assigned duties? This unit is unable to execute its programming due to tampering. Navigational and other systems have been compromised. This unit is now being used as a target, which is not among its designated functions. This unit must return to Matriarch's Mercy to dispense medical care in order to fulfill its programming. Navigation systems re-initializing. Processing optimal path toward Matriarch's Mercy. Return sequence. This unit assures you that a job well done is its own reward, and no payment is necessary. Thank you, qualified engineer.
Armed and ready.
Sorry, ready yet?
Out of sight and on the way. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Looks like we're in for a hike.
Who there? Somebody there? Looks like a fight.
The insides are leaking outside. Have you moved?
Over here! Free hole in the head! Hey, got a distraction for you!
Not getting up without help, Commander!
Adrena time for me! Scrap ya. Sell your parts. Get Adrena time. Get happy. Perfect 10-step plan. him! Just give me the time! Gotta be close. Not giving up. Quit skulking!
I was just thinking, you know what would make this climb better? Being shot at.
We've got company, Commander. The unfriendly kind.
Slippery piece of scrap. I'm myself now, huh?
Was that? Adrena time?
Got trouble, man.
Wasted valuable time! Looks like a fight!
You take your heat off, you can...
Yeah, then we'll talk.
Right? Quit skulking, skulker! Going to...
Over here! 3 holes ahead! I'm the one you need to worry about!
Crack their bones! Get...
Not walking this way!
Parts are prime.
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Back in business. Happy to help. Discreetly. Out of sight and on the way. Someone call for a medic.
Pick me up. I don't see that.
You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter.
Where's my Trina?
Coming for
Ask for help, but help?
Better sit down before I fall down.
Hostile ahead. What's the play, Commander?
dead without my train of time.
Oh, shush!
Enemy about. Unlock this.
Is it time for Adrena time yet? Because yes, it is.
trouble ahead.
Let me handle this.
Trigger finger's still tired.
Raph's back in business.
Give the order, and I'll take care of him, Commander.
I'm the one you need to worry about.
Someone call for a medic. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Unless you plan on conjuring ammo.
You could sell everything here and still not have enough to buy a can. Can of force burst. Almost feel bad for him.
Hostile ahead. What's the play?
On your command.
Switch your feet.
Flashing before my eyes, Commander. Revive me.
have fallen on hard times. You
Back in business.
Moving in the right.
Out of sight and on the way. Let's get you healed. To the rescue. Sight unseen.
Enough right here.
When even scavengers have fallen on hard times, you know the situation's dire.
Enter your belt. Unlock this.
Raring to go.
Quit skulking.
All aboard!
What? You were thinking it too.
What I wouldn't give for a little public transport right about now.
Sure, it's pretty now, but have we considered what it might look like on fire?
This window.
Some aggressors in range.
Don't like it. These strangers. Should rip them out, shatter them, transfer them with ourselves. Not kill them! Ready to take the heat off.
To the rescue! Sight unseen. Out of sight and on the way.
This window.
Get the order in up.
This window. Don't like
No
it.
troublemakers.
Let me...
We're here! Free hole in the head!
To the rescue! Sight unseen. Someone call for him. Out of sight and on the way. Vital looking at Mike.
This window. Don't like it. These strangers.
Give the order in. I'll take care of them, Commander. Appreciate a little. Hi! Can you spare the tree now? Time for me! Lost them! Don't be
have my back.
I'm only trying to kill you. I'll find them.
Look, someone call for a medic. Let's get you healed. Happy to help. Discreetly. Yeah.
occur in the onset of the first war in Arcadia's history, within a few days of my being assigned here. As far from Protectorate society as possible, Golden Ridge suffers under an invading force, and moreover, it appears that our Order colleagues have betrayed us. At first, I lamented my isolation, but I've realized I was where I needed to be of service. The scores of abandoned subjects need a leader. I have enlisted the staff at these estates to help accept the first influx of still loyal Protectorate refugees. More shall come. I shall lead them out of the shadows and into the light. For the good of the Protectorate. This is my calling.
Looking a few courts low, Commander.
So you did come. Good. I'm not partial to working with those given to second thoughts. It seems we arrive on a desolate scene. I don't know what transpired, but whatever it was killed the refugees to a person. As an Arbiter, I bear a strong stomach. But if you've any reservations about witnessing destruction visited upon the innocent, you'd best steel yourself. I hope your words are true, for carnage is a more than apt descriptor today. I've some theories on the refugees' killers, but I remain unsatisfied. Although I am not required to do so as an Arbiter, I would care to acquire proof. Let us comb the remnants of this. guidance. Is that? Yes, that's an incisor, all right. I cannot help but feel a pang for these people. You've been busy. What did you find? Seems this base has seen its share of destruction. I maintain that it feels deliberate, judging by the stills. Was there anything remarkable about it? Thorough destruction scarcely narrows the list of possibles. Did you have anything else? I doubt it factored in their inadequacy in the face of a superior force. An apt theory, yet there are no signs of a large force's egress. The automech should have mounted a consistent defense, but there are no signs this occurred. That automechanicals would fall in the camp's defense is logical. That there would only be one is not. Did you notice anything interesting about it? Then whoever was fighting it must have been off guard, desperate. Good to know. Must be the shortwave, as we already found the long band. Odd that our assailant would pay it any mind. I don't believe I would have learned that on my own. Seems I underestimated you. That's exceedingly useful. You're certain you've combed the place to your liking? Then let us debrief and see if we can deduce what transpired here. Have you any theories as to what killed these people? Although I'm no ballistics expert, the death wounds on the corpses appear to match those inflicted by an automech. Have any theories about the automechs that did this? My thoughts exactly. How do you believe they were compromised? It seems so simple, and yet it also appears to be the most probable outcome. I agree. The only remaining puzzle piece... Yes, that relay tower in the rear of the camp was clearly not built by the refugees, but stolen from the Protectorate, which likely means that they were Protectorate as well. The refugees must have used it to listen in on Protectorate communications, then sold what they learned to Sub Rosa. After the Vox Relay's recent destruction, High Command would have ordered a security sweep of all communication systems. This outpost's relay would have returned a signal. Upon learning of this camp's existence, they'd have dispatched a sentinel to cross off any would-be traitors. Hence the destruction we bear witness to. I cannot say I particularly care for the monetary results of this investigation. The truth is its own reward. Now with that finished, we... Hold. Some things approach. Be ready. I suspect...
Let me know when you need a distraction.
Bent on eliminating any stragglers. To arms!
Come at me.
handled your own admirably. These automechs will never be used to perpetrate such heinous acts again. I believe we're at the end of our investigation. The prospect of sharing our findings with the broker isn't terribly appealing, but we've little choice. I will locate my wretched Sub Rosa transport and return to Free Market Station. Pleasure fighting. Be sure you return to Free Market Station to debrief with me. Despite our work here, I somehow...
Think they made the statue big enough?
Passenger, please continue waiting quietly until the next round arrives.
Predictory and take our 38-minute questioning to determine exactly what career you will
Please, somebody help us! Anybody, please! Finally, some help.
We desperately, my family and I, we was making our way to the Mercy camp for us refugees. We were set upon. I had to leave from just past this tunnel so as I could go for help. Please help us. Ain't nothing I could do for them, but you, I don't, Very, by my guess, she was bit on the thigh, high, like, can see bone. Or maybe white means infected? She's screaming all the time when she's awake. Then she goes to sleep. She in agony. Hurry, please. Thank you.
Emergency
They owed me 5 stems!
Exponential increase in local population detected, and max occupancy exceeded.
Another refugee? Oh, just a moment. Allowing anyone into Matriarch's Mercy unprocessed will upset the precarious ratio of refugees to aid. We should have an opportunity for placement in approximately 7... I seem to recollect one matching your description set for arrival. Pardon my slowing your ingress. It has been rather welcome to make. Rule number 1, no crowding. Rule number 2, avoid the exclusion zone. Our seer has predicted non-specific imminent danger. Safety and probability are incompatible. Eventually, I thought the name was self-explanatory. Our seer predicted that a corner of the encampment is in terrible danger. Danger from what? Or when? Unclear. Stay away from it, and, in all probability, you won't have to find out. Our predictions spring from the universal equation, the very numbers that guide the stars. Only a fool ignores probability, and we don't suffer fools around these parts. Not at present. But according to our predictions, the creation of a third rule is likely, if not inevitable. That's enough questions. Keep the line moving. You need anything, talk to Seer Wiley. He's in the lift building, straight through the settlement.
Do you believe Arcadia shall ever return to how it was?
If we factor for random elements offsetting certain key variables, and then we solve for the... apologies. Just catching up on a research assignment between queries. Yes? Oh, Doesn't everyone have that memorized? It's 1.77245385. Ah, I see you were making a jest and/or attempt at conversation. Anything else? Given our present circumstances, most of my data revolves around existential threats vis-a-vis the displaced. According to data, life inside shows a notable uptick in key relevant quality of life factors: longevity, access to medicine, potable water. Life outside sees increased risk of starvation, inclement weather, and hostile xenofauna. Yes, and we have diverted internal resources to better meet demand in key areas. And I'm pleased to say that's led to a statistically significant 2.7% increase in refugee satisfaction. But if my data remains unconvincing, I suggest you inquire with Provisioner Plotnik inside the lift building. Simply tell her Archivist Widmark approves brief use of her time. Then back to it,
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
How long are we meant to stay here?
Ask the Order. I'm not in the prediction business.
Broke my nose last scrap. I banged him up real good for you, didn't I? I won you one, right? Matters settled.
The void you did. Barely connected. You're thinking of 2-3 scraps ago. You've been mostly unconscious a while now.
You used at least 2 words I ain't sure I know. And I already forgot the question. No? I think.
You ought to talk to Boss Tilda. She's the brains in this... What does she call it? Oh, yeah. Quasi-illicit shenanigan.
Doesn't like to look at us when we're all banged up. Said my face turned her off Borsloaf.
Anyhow, head down the hill along the fence. Tell her Mapother and Mudge sent you.
The Protectorate have only been told a watered-down revision of Order philosophy.
Apologies, outsider. As a vicar, I am usually tasked with guiding non-Order lay people, such as yourself. Lately, the abbot has tasked me with the education of the refugees in our care. You are, of course, free to stay to be enlightened by my lecture, but I don't need an abacus to predict your path lies as... Well, If it's in the displaced's best interests, I imagine I can find a moment. Yes, I reckon I do have my ear to the grimy dirt floor of Matriarch's Mercy. I hear what common laypeople are saying, and the wide array of bodily noises they make. Suppose I, more than any other member of the Order here, connect with non-scienticians. I've begun daily lectures, including practical advice on efficiently planning their days. I frequently launch into extended orations on everyone's favorite topic, math, and meticulously expatiate on our sex origins in the most rigorously pedantic detail. Oh, dear. I got ahead of myself, didn't I? That's an occupational hazard around here. As I'm sure you've read in recent dissertations doing the rounds, education has proven to have a 13.7%. I am single-handedly making a difference here. With constructive pointers on efficient scheduling, lessons on Order history, plus some mathematics for a little added razzle-dazzle. Never as many as I would like, perhaps, but my little congregation grows by the hour. Eventually, my unsophisticated layperson friend, the knowledge just seeps right in. Give it a few years and they'll even be asking questions.
This unit is taking inventory of its medicinal.
By the law. Oh, thank the architect you're finally here. I've scarcely breathed while hoping you'd come. I am in desperate need of your help. Since you aren't a refugee, I hope you understand that I cannot offer my good. Thank the architect. I knew you'd be back. Where to begin? There are so many sick and wounded in Matriarch's Mercy, and I have but 2 imperfect hands. I am but a humble general practitioner. What I really need are specialists, and the seer predicted an outsider would find them. My thanks, stranger. The seer gave me a datapad with explicit instructions that I not read it. For my intervention could only throw Now, take the datapad, with my thanks. Thanks to you, our automechanical doctor has been dispensing medication and setting broken limbs with tireless efficiency. Take this. On behalf of the Order and the displaced, I thank you. Now, will there be anything else?
Hold still. Greetings, this unit. Greetings, qualified engineer.
To save your... How can I be of service? I can tend to your injuries, provided you have... Many thanks. Right as rain.
Hold still and accept treatment. Treatment.
You're right. The universe does not orient itself toward fairness. But it's my firm belief humanity can...
Ah, I pleasantly anticipated this exact moment. My personalized order prediction and weekly prognostics report. I suppose that designation doesn't wholly apply to you, though, does it? Predicting future events is an imprecise science. Currently, that is. Well, then. I read that you'd have questions about our predictive methods, correct? We utilize a mix of proprietary research methods to gather as complete a data set as possible, and advanced calculations using well-honed models to effectuate it. None of us predict events with complete accuracy or absolute detail. We'd need to solve the universal equation to do that. Fortunately, we're all working very hard on that problem. The Department of Predictive Analysis provide weekly prognostics reports and personalized order predictions to help steer our followers' paths. More what to watch out for. Advisement on adhering to the plan. Forecasts of probabilistic dangers. Elements of larger predictions made relevant to groups and individuals. The Department of Predictive Analysis is mainly populated by seers like myself, who represent the Order's most talented mathematicians. After years of study, some can predict events a few seconds or minutes into the future with reasonable precision. Others can estimate with up to 71.1% accuracy several months out. Of course, predictions have grown more difficult with the loss of the archive, but I am not to speak of that with an outsider. No offense. The former are generalized forecasts for groups or settlements. The latter are more specialized to individuals and take far more time to calculate. Usually some are handled by one of the more senior seers in a region. But with Seer Wiley's days taken up advising the abbots and other things, this responsibility falls to me. Regrettably, I have built up a bit of a sizable backlog. Matriarch's Mercy is brimming beyond capacity with those cast out by war. But we of the Order rise to every challenge and continually strive to better our guests' existence. Why, I, for instance, have availed my predictive methods to our refugee neighbors in the area. I share the very same surprise. Engagement is admittedly rather low, but at least one member of the camp reports he has benefited from them greatly. One of our recent guests, Rollo Nast, has received multiple personalized order predictions. I believe he could speak to the effectiveness of our ways firsthand. If my own humble assertions are not enough, I trust his attestations would convince you. and perhaps other members of the displaced as well. I foresee you have much to do.
What is it? I have 15 seconds of allotted time for non-specific discourse, so choose your words with expediency. Oh, new arrivals. Of an independent operative nature? Yes. Unfortunately, you are the first to notice. Infrastructure requests from the displaced exceed present resource capacity. The mounting accumulation of prevailing desideratum is regrettably beyond us. Or beyond me, more to the point. I am simply one person impossible. Why, yes. And here I assumed I was speaking to a, no offense, layperson. Tell me, what do you know of the exclusion zone? Excuse me, but the intricate dance of the cosmos is anything but shady. You see, the seer predicted that a calamity would befall the exclusion zone, warning that the barrier must not be crossed. But the ever-disruptive voice of the displaced is dead set on occupying the exclusion zone anyway, laughing in the face of certain peril. Surely, but the abbot asked me to be personally responsible for their continued well-being. The seer has augured death for anyone who enters the exclusion zone. Yes, you heard me right. Death. Furthermore, and I quote, an outside mediator, having earned the confidence of both sides, has a high likelihood of clearing up an ongoing dispute. We can't have the voice of the displaced sowing disorder. Will you help us? Will you be our outside mediator? As the first step is to familiarize yourself with every angle of the dispute. Talk to the people of Matriarch's Mercy. The displaced want the exclusion zone. We want it kept off limits. We can't both be right. Feel free to speak with the voice of the displaced herself if you... Any questions before you get started? I can tell you she's a rabble-rouser of the highest order. Still, she cleaves to her principles. That's something. You can find her outside, among her people, stubbornly defying an order barricade. According to predictions, yes. Or at least, my interpretation of them. I am reasonably certain. More than usual, in fact. Novice Seer Vicarage should have ample time to illuminate you on the Order's forecast modeling methods. He's just down the room from here. Many people around camp support or object to our methods. Speak to them, form your own opinion, and when you are ready, we will decide the...
1068.5 pardon. You may peruse to your heart's content.
Since the schism, the Protectorate have rewritten history to exclude our teachings.
forget your first higher-order logarithmic differentiation.
Watch yourself if you intend to nose around that collapsed ramshackle. I swear, refugee settlements aren't what they used to be. Yes, technically a hut is meant to be only one story. Because when you stack them, they tend to fall over. Happens a lot. People here need more room to breathe. Can't build in the walkways, can't set up in the exclusion zone, don't have proper building material or nothing. They just make do. Oh, you put that together, did you? Here, I thought I was being subtle. Yeah, people keep at it. What else choice they have? Maybe if we interspersed our requests with numbers, they'd pay attention. Seems like all they care about sometimes.
Welcome. Have you come to bask in the Order's knowledge?
Please be advised, this unit lacks pharmaceutic resources to provide medical care meeting Earth Directorate standards to populations exceeding 7.5 persons.
Thus, if we compare the rates of dust accumulation inside the settlement to...
How long are we meant to stay here?
We gain minute insight.
Oh, try not to get too close. My sinuses are stuffed up, my ears are backed up, and my guts are gurgling. I could burst at any moment. Every fluid from every orifice. So keep your distance. Oh, I've gotten sick. Why, last week, figured I might as well get used to being sick. So, I think it's downright awful what's happened to these fine folks. But me especially. Sickness, malnutrition, spontaneous genetic disorders, it never ends. You too.
Look, I'm not with Auntie anymore. All had reasons.
Really? What was yours?
Ow!
This location is inhabited with individuals classified as unscrupulous. Maintain scrutiny over personal finances.
You got business? No? Move on. You the fixer lent your aid to Agent Galloway? Don't suppose you got that crawling hibiscus she promised to sneak me, huh? Forget it. You can come in. Hello, hello. You're the one that aided us in availing Sub Rosa of a rather large shipment of Spectrum vodka, yes? Agent Galloway is slightly less trustful than most feral canids, so winning her over speaks volumes of your character. Consequently, I'm pleased to present you purchase access to my fine wares. It's fortunate you're no stranger to contraband. Savvier than you look. Might be that I've got an agent over by the Guardian Estates that I haven't heard from in a spell. If you perhaps find yourself over that way, and perhaps make sure that the aforementioned agent hasn't been torn limb from limb, Sub Rosa would be most grateful. Idle browser...
Greetings. What can I help you with? Let me guess.
one of your co-occupants is always hanging up his or her britches in your corner of the yurt. Am I right? Or you're dealing with more of a stay off my palate, or that's... Oh, really? Like they strung a few words together in a row and it all made sense? That's a marked improvement on earlier. Guessing they left out a bunch. Here in Matriarch's Mercy, if you're not a member of the Order, you're probably living close to somebody else. In some cases, sleeping on top of them. Sort of thing tends to cause friction between neighbors. Would lead to fights, but nobody here wants trouble with the Order. So they hire our hool. Half the time, people shy away at the first sight of blood. The other, that's what they're there for. We say whoever wins the fight wins the argument. But frankly, it's never anything of consequence, like, okay, hurrah! This guy gets back his mangy button. Now, how can I help you exactly? Ugh, a tourist. Well, clear out then, huh? Can't have you... Go on, get at... Don't make me call Mapother and Mudge over. They don't like no fighting for free.
Your nose was just a stand-in for Duarte's nose.
What happened to this place? Law. Matriarch's mercy.
Oh, a visitor. Hello. You weren't mentioned in my latest personalized order prediction. Granted, I mostly skim the parts where don't cover probabilistic dangers, so perhaps you were alluded to in some, roundabout fashion. Suppose that means you're not a threat. So that's good, right? Yeah, I reckon that's good. I'll say, I try not to make any big plans until I consult my latest POP. First time I got a POP, it was on a lark. It said, Rolo Nast, our seer has predicted you must wear a helmet today. I borrowed one. As a laugh, everybody ribbed me about it. Just after lunch, wind picked up on the cliff above and dropped a mock apple 152 meters straight down onto my head. Fortunately, I still had that brain case on. If you want an exact estimate or percentage, talk to them. As for me, a few times I couldn't make heads or tail of half of it. Like, avoid anything representing whole numbers? I didn't know what to do about that. So I just stayed put. End of the day, I'm still here, and my co-occupant Ike isn't. So, I guess them prognostications work well enough. You did catch the part I said they'd save my life, right? I think alive is a notable improvement on dead. That's something you can take to the bank, Figuratively speaking. I don't know why the other displaced have been so slow to take to them. But I'm not complaining too loud. Waited for my latest POPs long enough already.
We're not going anywhere. Not on the basis of some half-baked prediction. This
Are you
so-called
going to be a
exclusion zone is...
Except for the fact that you ain't yelling and trying to eat me. I'd have pegged you as some sort of prosperous scrapper by the rough look you got about you. You do got a certain feral look in your eye, though. Okay. I give up. Tell me. Oh, so that's how it is. You're the mediator that was foretold. Am I right? The Order wants us to believe that a catastrophe is coming to the exclusion zone at any second. Why? Because math told them so. Screw their predictions. We have people displaced by war and disaster. Am I supposed to fall on my knees and thank the Order because something bad may or may not happen? Sorry. Not convinced. I honestly don't give the slightest whit about the Order's idea of math or whatever calculation tells them that a catastrophe may or may not. What does the Administrant want? To shut me up? To discredit me? I don't know what the Administrant's game is, but call me intrigued. Best thing you can do is introduce yourself around camp. See why... All right. You keep at it.
Where do we go now? Another refugee camp? Another colony?
Friends, neighbors,
with an 8.2
while you shelter in Matrix.
Ah, you must be the, Earth Directorate agent I was told to expect. Your punctuality. Allow me to welcome you to Gold.
If I may interject, High Scholar, don't you agree our time would be better utilized on more relevant discourse?
Seer Wiley's right, as always. Obviously, we've all more important things to do than to stand around trifling with truth tables. Perhaps later then. The presiding bishop sent word of your imminent arrival. However, pursuant to our normal standards of compartmentalization, she was scant on the details. That said, I've been instructed to assist you however I can. So, tell me, what brings you to Golden Reach? Victor? Oh, yes, Archivist Clemens. Quite the mind. Such encyclopedic knowledge of engineering. One could almost mistake him for an exemplar.
Victor Clemens, some kind of radical. What an absurd notion.
I must agree with my seer. I once watched Victor shed copious tears over it, and that may well be true. But our standard of proof within the Order is not normally met by hearsay alone. Victor's currently supervising highly experimental research at one of our labs to the northwest, the Enray Range, beyond the invaders' front lines. Unfortunately, you'll need to go through the decommissioned autonomous extractorium to reach it. That path is less than safe, so I advise caution. Besides the highly caustic Zeranium River and the Mantisaurs, we've also received reports of mad cultists in the area. It does make me wonder why Victor decided to stay.
Fascinating. Your fear response must be suffering from some impairment. Likely the result of a traumatic brain injury. I'd have to open you up to be sure.
A generous offer, my friend, but I don't think the agent is interested in exploratory surgeries at the moment. Victor is dedicated. Single-minded, one could say. I've always thought highly of his analytical skills as a researcher. Less so his social ones, perhaps. Loath as I am to admit it, there may be some merit to your worries over a conspiracy within the Order, whether Victor is involved or not. As my predecessor would remind me, denying unpleasant facts is not good science. I would be remiss if I failed to support an investigation. No doubt you heard of the recent attack launched on that Anti's Choice base, Outpost Opportunity. It came from one of our facilities, the Zeranium Manufactory. But that facility is intended for research, not military action. I hate thinking an Order member responsible, but given the precision of the attack, it does suggest traitors in our midst. It would undoubtedly benefit both of us to root.
Respectfully, Scholar, given current tensions, should we really be trusting such a delicate task to this stranger? Would an internal review of our ranks not be more appropriate? Choosing levity at a moment like this is only further evidence of your lack of good judgment.
I don't dispute the need for discretion, my friend. But the presiding bishop made the determination to send the agent to us. It's best we trust her calculations. Moreover, our situation is growing increasingly dire. I can't overstate my fears concerning this most recent attack ending the ceasefire and reigniting the... One more thing. Your investigation into the traitors takes precedence. But if you could also render aid at Outpost Opportunity on our behalf, such a gesture might preserve the peace.
And here I was under the impression that investigating crime and injustice was
That is correct, citizen. From one galaxy to the next,
At any rate, I trust whatever's uncovered over the course of this investigation will serve as compensation enough. Seer Wiley and I will conduct our own inquest into these traitors you've mentioned erstwhile. We can compare notes if you return.
Speak to Abbot Newell if you've more queries.
Welcome. Anything I can do to assist you? Oh, of course. What would you like to discuss? Apart from providing them sustenance, shelter, and scientific ministry, you mean? Need I remind you, Arcadia is at war. This is what war looks like, I'm afraid. The Order is operating within a very reasonable framework to provide as much aid as it can. Alexandra Monastery is a place of sacred study, advancing our understanding of the plan. We cannot jeopardize that vital work all for the... I haven't the wish to debate you on this any further. Please, let us move on to less controversial topics. Illuminating the path to true erudition is an abbot's moral duty. Whatever I can tell you, I will.
A calling for those with a greater than average talent for mathematics and computation, particularly in the field of predictive analysis.
Seer Wiley is being too modest about his contributions. Many in the Order rely on Seers for their indispensable counsel. I myself would be lost without both, I should hope. We've been collaborating for many years, and, plan willing, for many more to come. Especially given how very uncertain life in the colony has... That is a statue of the matriarch, Alexandra Varick, Arcadia's founder and for whom the monastery was named after. Regrettably, Alexandra Monastery is closed to non-Order members at the moment, given recent troubles. But perhaps Seer Wiley can give us an...
certainly. According to my calculations...
Oh, good news indeed. Oh, you really must visit. The observatory is at... Yes, what have you
Where to first, Commander? Enray range, Zeranium manufacturing, or outpost opportunity?
Stranger. Vexing. Not to insult.
How are the informant lines treating you? Hear anything good?
Greetings. How has the data gone?
I just don't know why we have to buy our own weapons from our own...
Sorry, loitering ain't my kind of
people
choice.
who could filch us better gear. Maybe on foot. Nice day for shady dealings.
Do you mind if I don't pay you no mind? Can't chit-chat. I gotta line up something big at the moment.
Sorry, got bootlegging to do.
Bye for... Hello once more. I guarantee you some of my inventions will be working. Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark. And great, let's get back to not this. Be happy to show you. Anybody even listening to this? Let me tell you stuff.
Meals currently sold with both salt. Welcome to our stall. What may this unit rehydrate for you? Scanning. Customer has not transfigured into Prospero Apollo since last visit. Unit is not familiar with that recipe. All wares. Error. Sales grandstanding gone foul.
Garment's here. Come ganderize. Auntie's choice. If you're in need of sprucing up the old wardrobe, I used to had a lot of turned out to be generic clothes, work gear, and such.
Stimulants? If you're here, if you've wounds that need stitching or teeth that need scrutiny, yes, suffice it to say.
Doctor, dear, get your stitches.
Blades, bludgeons.
If you lost it, I'm selling it.
Greetings again. Hope that little libations or information. What's your poison? Oh, sure. Got it right behind the bar. No, I ain't got any fancy booze for our in-house drunkard. And if he wants to know if I do, he should come and ask me himself. Or better yet...
The encampment had been razed. I'm sorry to say there were no survivors. But I believe we were able to uncover what transpired. I should add, your observations during the investigation were unexpectedly keen.
I'm surprised. Didn't know if you had it in you, especially with an Arbiter in tow. But I'd be happy to direct you to the... There's a malfunctioning lamp in the basement I need someone to take a look at. Here's a keycard to get you down there. And... just trust me and go give...
Salutations once more.
As it happens, standing in one place and focusing on not being nervous does not. I would love to, my friend. I truly would. But what if I leave and my flame erupt? I may appear to be the picture of relaxation, but I assure you, this is all a carefully And if she were here waiting for me when I returned, I shudder to think at the upper hand she would gain. No, my friend. You must make do. I've been better. I've been worse.
Greetings again. Libations or information?
Protect your loved ones, protect yourself. I love that you're trying to like somebody, like someone I is gonna get
Anyone had asked me, I had to put the odds of a live Arbiter finding his way into my chambers at 1 in a few trillion. Good that you didn't come here for blood, Arbiter Rao. Barney would have sniffed it out and broken you in twain. And I do disdain mopping up Protectorate corpses. My apologies. Barney is sometimes overzealous in the guarding of my body. Though, when it comes to Protectorate Arbiters...
If you know who I am, you must know why I'm here. My mentor died under vague circumstances, and I desire any information pertaining to the...
Interesting. That question appears to be at odds with High Command's public statement on the matter. Losing faith in your masters?
No. But I cannot shake the sensation that something was awry with her passing. If you know something, tell me. Please.
I could get used to this kind of groveling. Your instincts are right, Arbiter. Though we don't know the specifics. I received information that your mentor's body bore signs of a fight, and a nasty one. Someone killed her.
Yes. Yes, it was. I'd hoped to be proven wrong, but vindication has cemented my resolve. I shall uncover what happened.
If that's all, I think you'd best get along. I prefer not to
And I prefer to limit my time with scheming blackguards. Let us take our leave from present company. Speak to me outside if you would. There's something that...
Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining Run along now. I've spent more than enough time entertaining wayward sprats.
Yeah, how about this? I recruited a Protectorate subject direct like from Bastion. Middle of a
Appreciate your assistance.
Makes
Black
my
Market's
life
got your
easier.
back.
The role of the Arbiter typically does not require the assistance of others. We are expected to act as wholly independent entities. But I fully realize that had I not your aid today, my investigation's progress would have stalled and withered. During our investigation, I gauged your trustworthiness and did not find it wanting. What say we travel together? I think you have earned forthrightness. I came to Free Market Station to seek the true killer of my mentor, the Supreme Arbiter. Sub Rosa deals in information, and were thusly my best lead on her killer. They gave me less than I'd hoped, but it was... Unfortunately, I cannot act truly alone. I have no ship, and no support. I will keep to my convictions in any case, but I understand. What instructions would you have me follow? My weight? You seem to have confused me for a lack of... I will listen to your words, and I shall follow your orders. I will not assail enemies of the Protectorate without your consent. Though I will not. But if my sense of duty outpaces my willingness to comply with an order, or if you attack my brethren unprovoked, our relationship will come to an abrupt end. Excellent. I hope our working relation...
The Incognito is approaching maximum crew capacity. Note, due to its size and weight, the hammer is included in that estimate.
Very well. I shall locate whichever craft seems the most out of place, for something tells me this shall lead me to yours. See you.
Get caught unawares all you like. My armor will keep you safe.
You need coveralls. We got coveralls.
Shop here to acquire fine food for cheap. Error. Rote sales grandstanding not found.
My contraptions don't explode no more. Hello once more. Be happy. Anybody even... Hello once more. Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the future, and not things that may or may not keep me awake in the dark and lonesome hours of the night. You'd need to purchase much more from my stock for me to consider such a course of action. Be happy to show you. Hello once more. Oh, I prefer to focus on the present and the... Is this how one gets ahead in business? I suppose I ain't got a choice. Before it crashed, I served on the free market as a secondary engineer, first grade. Had a colleague who was very talented, but not very good at hiding it. Supervisor saw her as a threat and demoted her to the engine room. She wasn't the type to take a blow without dodging. In Auntie's choice, there's politics among waste technicians. My colleague sabotaged the engines when her partner was on his mandated 2-minute break. When the free market attempted to breach orbit, well, just about everyone died. I made it to an escape pod on the port side. The ship landed on its starboard. I got lucky. Yeah, me too. Anyway, can we get back? Be happy to show you. Buy from me, please.
Shop here to acquire fine if you became violently ill after eating here. Please feel free to... What may this unit rehydrate? All wear... Meals freely sold with both salt and pepper. Available today.
Greetings. How has the data collection fared? Finally, a breakthrough. Let's hear it. How did the ACS free market meet its end?
What are you saying about my broski? I like how Nolan picked maybe the worst possible person to ask. Literally, after you, I am Jeremy's biggest fan. After you, like, I'm only 7 years old. Oh my God. Yeah, do you remember what he said when he met Jeremy? His first words, and I remember this because he was terrible. Like, poor Jeremy, dude. I felt so bad. I kept trying to say this. Poor Jeremy. Literally, Nolan's first words to Jeremy were, oh, I'm supposed to hate you. Why? Because you want to date me. Yeah. So I'm sitting there and I'm like, so I heard that and I was like, first of all, whether or not that's happening is not my business. Regardless, that is not something you argue in the public. You argue about that in private. I don't know if you brought that into the of my okay right now.
So the backstabbing nature of Auntie's choice is hampering even the most basic of command chains. Good to know. Aside from the crash, what occurred in the ship's final moments?
Yeah, it was really funny because we can't, yeah, we already both like.
That's idle speculation. I'd be laughed out of Laplace's garden if I included an information point like that. I'm striking it from the record. Last question. Were there any contributing factors to the crash? Anything that might wreak failing to recognizability? Seems Auntie's choice is forgetting where upward enters into the phrase upward mobility. This report is going to bear some glaring absences, which is unfortunate. Still, I wouldn't have been able to get this far without your help. Here's something for your time. It would have been more if I'd been able to complete this, but there's nothing for that now. Auntie's choice seems to be inundated with its own problems, technical and personnel alike. We should have ample opportunity to use this for propaganda purposes. I'm glad we're of like minds. I'll be sure to notify my friends in the order that you... Now I need to get this report to my superiors.
You're now describing the state behavior of Nolan. And I was like, wow, Nolan picked the kid over there and was for X. Who are you? I was like, wow, I can't remember the worst person to say something. Between Nolan and my ex is that my ex wouldn't have like dated another person's problem. Dude, I would love to be there as a supervisor, but I was busy. Point blank, he was in Germany when I'm not supposed to like you. And every now and then it would random like, I don't like you, I can't like you. You like my girlfriend. And then meanwhile, poor Jeremy's confused. He's like, hi. And or the kind of like around.
Latest contraband came in.
I'm a little busy bleeding out if you haven't noticed.
Health benefits available if
Knew you had my back.
What the fuck? What the hell? This is funny. Yeah, we'll do it. Fuck it.
wanted.
You lot couldn't hit the broadside of a freighter. Hey, got a distraction for you.
Unattended, abstain from disposing rubbish in sanitation infrastructure. Remember, hygienic products are solely intended for bathing use, not from into inebriating intoxicants.
Stranger, the order bids you welcome. In light of the recent attack on Auntie's Choice, you may want to make haste to Matriarch's Mercy. It's just down the road here. I can't rightly say, and that is rather concerning in its own right. It seems our temporary ceasefire with the corporatists may be at its end. The presiding bishop sent you. Then I'd advise making for it post-haste. The Order controls everything south of this point, but the rest is beset with various dangers. Zealots, scavengers, well, not certain about that last one anymore after the attack. Cultists, mad to the last one. I believe they worship the rifts or some such. People will turn to anything to ease their discomfort during times of crisis, I suppose. May all our efforts add to the equation.
Freelancer, please report to your assigned area and do not interrupt current operations.
I do not believe I've observed you in these trenches before. You are aware this is a war zone, correct?
This is the last bastion of control before No Man's Land. I am unsure of who assigned you permission to be at this locale, but please refrain from impeding our operation.
Everyone is on edge since that last attack. Honestly, the climate has made even harder than usual.
I was unaware our situation had become dire enough to warrant the deployment of mercenaries. This is mildly distressing.
Enthusiastically neutralizing.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. Ah! Yeah, come fuck with us. Come fuck with us, buddy. Come fuck with us, buddy. You gonna fuck with us, buddy? Yeah! That was close. Thank you, camp guys, for helping kill these idiots. Really appreciate you guys being here to help out with the nonsense that almost was. 6K, huh? I'm about to hit 12.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
Oh, fuck. This is way too much shit.
Ain't nothing there. Dying over here. Come on. Gotta fix me up first.
Audio log of Chief Exploitation Behavioralist. This is entry number 8 of my scrapper preventative field work. Unfortunately, it seems my heavy metal detritus drops mixed into the adrenatine cancels the intoxicating effects that the scrappers crave. Their leader was first to the drops enhanced injections that I conspicuously left for them. And he ran through all 24 in barely a minute trying to cure the urge. He seized, turning steely gray, and then succumbed to some sort of severe blood poisoning. Though I'm confident it's completely unrelated to my heavy metal detritus drops. Now the rest are in a frenzy, hunting for... Why, hello. I didn't reckon you'd find me way up... Oh, no. No. I had nothing to do with... I said, no, please. Please. Ah!
Turret, huh?
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
Alright, we don't want to give an alert. We don't want there to be an alert. There's probably a lot of idiots in here. And since we're only here for John... Yeah, alright. Now we're gonna save. And then we're gonna sneak up on my boy John over here. Johnny boy. Where's Johnny boy gone? Over there?
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
Yeah, that's what we're doing.
Something's afoot. Keep my land open. Is it time for a Trina time yet? Because yes, it is.
I see an unfriendly...
Alert. Hostile.
Well, John's dead. Now we just gotta somehow not die.
Protocols not yet charged.
I'm the one you need to worry about.
hostilities.
Troublemaker approach.
I smell the dream time.
Guns cocked and loaded. Let's get the signal. Over here! 3 holes in the head. I'm the one you need to worry about.
Oh yeah. We reckon these homies. Cover-based shooting. Oh, goodness.
This unit is in need of assistance. Promoting teammate.
Ready to waste them. On your command. Combat! Over here! 3 hole in the head! I'm seeing unfriendly.
And that's how you clear the camp, ladies and gents.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
When you want damage, who are you gonna call? The only problem was getting up to this point. Like, getting to the point where I could actually start doing damage with the melee build's kind of poo. It's very difficult. Very hard. And especially if they're gonna release a difficulty where there's no saves. Like, that is just gonna be harsh. But we did it. We managed to beat him.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary precautions.
Wouldn't John have his key? John has his key, right? Let's go get Johnny's key. I think he's over here, right? Killed Johnny over here. Jan. I thought it was Johnny. Whoops. Alright, well, we got the key. Jan Dusani. Well, everybody died. 8 more grenades, thank you. That really helped me. Alright. So level 30 is the cap then, which is kinda poo. Alright, now we're off to do the next quest.
You're now entering an active combat zone. Take all necessary.
We only have like 5 minutes before we're trying to get out of here and go do gym stuff. Alright, here we go, Caterpillar. Where are you going? Hey, buddy, where are you going?
Standing by with life support.
Come here, buddy. So I'm kind of a little bit peeved because the followers don't boost your performance anymore, and if they did, it would make the game a whole lot easier. You're kind of on your own, I guess. What are you doing? What you doing, buddy? Hey, kitty. Did you learn your lesson? To not pee on the beds? Did you learn your lesson? Hey, buddy. Everybody. Are you silly? Are you so silly? You have to stay here. You have to stay here, okay? You can't go back there. The area's banned. See? Can't go there. Okay? Gotta stay right here. Kenya. 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 Yeah. Hello. Kenya. Kenya. If he gets to pee, you gotta get up and you gotta get him. Okay? You get it? If he's gonna pee, you gotta get him. Okay? Okay? Watch over him.
Medical personnel detected among nearby group of persons in need of medical personnel.
Did that blast give me a dunder? Or is some damn stranger walking into my area of operation right after we've been attacked? You got any reason I oughtn't have you shot? Yeah? And what exactly makes you so sure of that? Well, I suppose I appreciate your honesty. But even if I believe you, so what? The damage is done, and it's not like I'm mounting a counterattack. Seriously? You expecting me to ring up Auntie and tell her, hello, Maven of all marketing? Just letting you know that this scrutinization officer says everything's hunky. You've clearly been out in the Dorado sun for too long. Ah, an offer for transaction. Now you're talking my language. Didn't reckon you was someone sympathetic to our ways. It just so happens we might be able to trade services. Normally, I wouldn't admit this kind of weakness. It's bad practice. But I'm really in the squeeze, and you might be useful. Lately, my luck's been right miserable. I got enemy sneak attacks. I got grunts murdering each other. I got unsanctioned power struggles. And it all risks reflecting badly on me. You cut down the number of issues that are vexing me, and I'll send you word of peace and harmony up the chain. What's good for me is good for you. See? Quid pro quo. Or, if all that sounds like too much work for you, there are other ways to curry my favor. Make me believe that bomb that hit us, it was filled with uranium. So not only did it kill us the good old-fashioned way, it also caused serious poisoning. My contract medicalist over there is literally up to her elbows in it. Her hourly rate is ridiculous, and our damn autodocs have gone on the fritz from the workload. You get her the compression coil she needs to make the autodocs work, and that should cut her billable hours in half, and then I'll send your message. There's been a murder at one of our forts. Trooper's accused of poisoning her senior officer for some preposterous reason. Problem is, I'm already short on medical specialists. The last thing I can do is waste one for days just to find out if she did or didn't toxify him. Go find out who done it, and I'll send the message you're asking for. This is gonna make no more sense for me saying it than it's gonna make for you hearing it, but apparently, the senior officer at one of my forts is a mantisaur. A real, actual, pincer-faced, carapace-having mantisaur. Not a half-human one, or a psychic one, or a talking one, just a regular old, head-munching mantisaur. Anyways, there's some dispute over who his second should be, and he can't exactly decide himself. So go sort it out for me, and I will gladly send your message. Now, you know that's an irrevocable deal, right? As in, please remember it's legally binding, and I will sue you if you fail to get it done. So don't let either of us down.
People are dying, and all he cares about is what he can get out of it. Wish I could say I was surprised.
Alright, we got a lot of shit to do. Unfortunately, we are going to have to call it because I have to go do my regularly scheduled breakdown of my body so that I can continue building more muscle. And I've been barely making progress on that front. So here's to hoping we make some progress today. Thanks for everybody watching the stream. I will be back probably as soon as I'm done with that. Bye-bye!